What's going on, guys? Archer Baby is just as excited. It is an arm day, baby. So if you saw yesterday's video, thank you, I appreciate it. We're in the exact same spot that stopped. But, Archer Baby, are you excited for arms? Are you excited to see Dad with a pump? Yeah? Check this out. Oh, you can't even look at it. That's how massive they are. But, feeling good, feeling strong today, I guess, kind of. We have a wedding today, so we're dropping Archer off at the in-laws. He's going to be babysat all day, because he's a little baby. I brought his food, right? Thank God. I mean, he eats raw, so they could just get him chicken breast and he'd be fine. But, we're dropping him off right now. I have 2 meals in me so far, instead of 3 before the workout. Just because it's so much earlier than it normally is for me to go train, that 2 meals is all I could get in me. So I got up, had my first meal, went back to bed, took care of him, everything, went back to bed. Just ate my second meal in the car. If you saw yesterday's video, I was showing you how excited I am about my thermos, because this thing allows me to eat my meals on the go, in the car, That's how I eat my quote-unquote breakfast every day, because I'm always eating it in the car. But it has this little, I'm going to show you again, in case you didn't watch yesterday's video, because it didn't say arms on it. So it's a thermos with a cover, right? I got the cops behind me now. I can't be excited and a very distracted driver, excited about a spoon. Just gotta play it cool, baby. But we're dropping the pup off right now. Dropping the pup off, and then we're going to eat our pre-workout snack, which it used to be the Pop-Tarts. And the Pop-Tarts served me well for a long time. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against the Pop-Tarts. But, I don't like eating soy and all that stuff. And I know when I'm dirty bulking a little bit like that, I can't even say dirty bulking, just getting some extra calories in a dirtier way, there's no way around some of that junk. But it had that red 40 crap in there, and it's kind of where I draw the line, because there's no reason for me to be consuming that stuff when I'm just looking for sugar. There's a million other places I can get it. So I ended up getting some super old school Chips Ahoy, and now I have my cookie cup, as I call it. I just make up stupid names for things because I entertain myself. Alright, the cops are gone. They wanted to steal the secrets. That's the problem. So that thermos, it came with a spoon. But it's not just any spoon, my friends. Check it out. It folds. It's a folding spoon. Folding spoons. And that wasn't just my strength. I didn't bend it. I could probably bend a spoon. But I would hope I could bend a spoon. But, that was just sheer engineering at its finest. So I'm going to let you guys go for this moment, because I'm going to drop off Archer, and then I will rejoin you on the way to the gym for realsies. All right? Alrighty. Pup is dropped off. Got a lonely car now. And we were off to the gym. So we got to be back here by like 12:30. The gym is just over 15 minutes away, which means we got to be out of that. This is how I figure out my schedule, right? Where I'm like, I got to be here at this time, then I just go backwards from there. So if I'm leaving the gym, and I'm brainstorming right now with you guys, I got to leave the gym by, let's say 12:10. Call that headache insurance, just in case this traffic. I don't want to be running late. So from there, I'll get there at like 10:40. Let's just say we start working out at, I just got to change my shoes, change my shirt. Start working out at 10:50. That gives us an hour. An hour would bring us to 11:50. So about an hour, 10 minutes, because I need time to hit the posing room too. we got about an hour 10 to train. We can do it. Ugh, excuse me. Me, myself, my allergies. We can do it, guys. I believe in us. We're getting a pre-workout sugar in right now. Don't look. Oh. That dog hair. It doesn't happen often, but often enough for me to know if it's happening. I know what it is. So we got 6 cookies for the pre-workout snack. There's a reason for that. So I'm trying to use simple sugars to overload my glycogen storage a little bit. Now, I just stuffed down a meal. So, 6 cookies is another 300 and change calories, 400 calories, something like that. But it's about 44 grams of carbs. So, I like to round up, call it 50 grams of carbs. The vast majority, obviously, coming from sugar. Now, when you're throwing in about 50 grams of sugar, not 50 grams of sugar, damn near close to it, right before you're about to exercise or do something, you know, that the bioavailability for sugar when you're an athlete and you're going to use it is pretty much instantaneous. You know, and same reason why when you're a diabetic and give them sugar to get their numbers back up, it goes up fast because the body, you know, metabolizes simple sugars like it's nothing, especially when it needs it. So, I've got to go bring my meal bag inside. Have it with me instead of put it in the fridge. But that's what an ice pack's for, man. So here's the plan today for the gym. I have 2 more cookies, so you have to bear with me while I, you know, eat and explain. But this is going to be standard arm day. I don't see a reason we should have to rush anything whatsoever. So long as I stay on track and I don't get into conversations, which can happen sometimes. You know, we're all guilty of it. You see your boys in the gym, you know, there's some guys I only see on Saturdays. I'm happy to see them. But, that has to be negated today. God, there's another cop behind me. It's like I'm on some watch list today. Oh my God. I'm telling you, man. They want the spoon. They're trying to figure out who has that foldy spoon. Where did we get that technology? I will die before I give up that tech. Let me tell you. Talk about dying a hill you stand on, man. That's the one. That's the freaking one, baby. Man, there's been a lot of cops out lately in general. And, you know, I'm not saying that in a bad way. I support the police 110%. It's just, I'm just noticing it. I'm like, they're fucking everywhere right now. What's going on? And you know that feeling when you have a cop behind you? You feel like you're breaking every law in the book. Meanwhile, he's just driving. He's not even thinking about you. He's on his phone texting. You know what I mean? His girl's pissing him off. Whatever it is. You're sitting here like, oh my God, he's behind me. It's because somebody put a body in the back of my car. Is there a body in the back of my car? Is it full of cocaine? What's going on? Am I speeding? He's gonna know I'm speeding. Am I going the speed limit? He's gonna think that's suspicious. And it's like, dude, he's probably just going somewhere. It'll be okay, you know. And if you're driving like a real dipshit, then yeah, you'll get pulled over. But it's funny how we all have that same internal dialogue where you think you're doing something wrong whenever there's a cop behind you. It's you know, usually, at least I can speak for myself, it's usually not the case. You know, I may be driving a little fast. I don't drive recklessly. I might drive a little fast, but, you know, above 55, but that's it. Ooh, excuse me. Freaking allergies today, man. And I have an outdoor wedding to go to today. It is not going to be fun. The wedding will be fine. The wedding will be nice and pretty and all that jazz. But outdoor part of it, when John's allergies are kicking in, they better have a tissue station for me. You know, you got your sushi bar, you got your taco bar, you got your tissue bar. That's where I'll be hanging today, baby. You know, a perfect example, a perfect freaking example of what I was talking about yesterday, and I guess again a little bit today, where the reason I want to get ahead of the content is because when cool things happen later on in the day that I want to bring you guys around for, you know? And I had one of those last night where I was at the bar with a couple of my friends. Big group, was like 10 of us something, for my buddy's birthday party. I had one drink, whatever, enjoyed it. But it was time for a meal. And everybody was drinking, you know, where I'll drink however many I want, which is usually 1, 2 max, because I just know alcohol is going to destroy my training, so it's not worth it. And then I sat down at the bar and I ordered a shepherd's pie. You ever have a shepherd's pie? It might be like my favorite food, a good shepherd's pie. If you don't know it, let me paint you a word picture. You have, a real one is lamb, but this place had beef. So it's ground beef, right? Ground beef sauteed with like some peas and carrots and a little bit, just enough for some flavor and some texture. With some gravy. Covered in mashed potatoes. That's why it's a pie. It's like a meat mashed potato pie. Covered in mashed potatoes, baked in the oven with some more gravy on top. Oh, for a bodybuilder, that's our meal. Let me tell you. You got your beef. You got your beef, so it's your proteins, your fats. You got your carbs and the potatoes. Oh man, I love that so much. And my buddy was cracking up because they're all drinking, and I'm sitting at the bar. When the lady brings up my food, he's like, "What did you order?" I'm like, "A shepherd's pie." You know, this isn't exactly a foreign, strange thing for me to do. I always make sure I'm fed, and everybody around me knows that. So it's like when I'm going to Miami soon for a bachelor party. You know, I'm bringing my own food, at least for the vast majority of the meals. You know what I mean? We'll go out, whatever. But the majority of my meals I'm bringing with me because I need to make sure I have my food. You know? But, yeah. It's a good time, man. It's a good freaking time. But yeah, like I would have loved to bring you guys along for that rally, if you will. And it was like 11 o'clock at night, you know? I'm sorry, it was like 10:30 at night. Because I got home just in time to like edit the video properly and upload it and stuff. But if I was a day ahead, you know, I can film it if something cool happens at midnight, for instance, or 1 in the morning because I'm up too late like a jackass. I can bring you guys around for it, and we can, appreciate it together. But for time's sake, I think we're close enough. Yeah, GPS says 4 minutes. We're close enough to take this pre-workout. Cheers, my friends. Much better. Whew. And I gotta be honest, since I dropped the how much caffeine I have in that pre-workout, I haven't noticed a difference at all. Not in terms of how I feel and stuff, like outside of the gym, but in the gym, you can't tell. So much of it's psychosomatic. When you're eating right, sleeping right, training right, and doing everything right, and you're just trying to overstim yourself on caffeine, you gotta remember what caffeine does. Caffeine tricks your body into thinking it's not tired. It doesn't wake you up. It just kind of clogs the receptors that make you feel like you're supposed to be tired, so your body knows, hey, we should probably go to bed. But if you're genuinely not tired, right? If there's no actual exhaustion in your body, then there's really nothing for it to block up. See what I'm saying? There's no tired molecules running through my blood that the caffeine has to attack. It's just kind of there, So, we're going to be in there in a minute. We're going to smash this arm day, man. I'm feeling good about it. I'm excited for it. I don't always like the pressure of a clock on me. Sometimes I do. Today's one of those days where I'm thinking I'm liking the pressure. I'm liking the pressure a little bit, because it's enough time to get it all done. It's not like I'm rushing. What do I have to skip? What can I cut out? Where can I trim the fat? Because there really isn't any fat in my workouts. It's okay, we have enough time to get everything we want to do done, so long as I'm on a good pace and maybe a little faster than normal. Let's fucking get it, baby. Challenge accepted. I'll see you guys inside. Let's do it. Single arm tricep push down. Main reason I use like a single arm pulley over here instead of like a heavier double is because if you ever noticed the pulleys inside of the jungle gym, right? They're a lot easier they're a lot lighter and they're a lot easier on the joints. So what happened was, if I was to put like a 2-prong handle on here, I'd max it out no problem. But using the single, it allows me to get a great squeeze while keeping my joints totally out of it. So my joints aren't compromised. I get a great squeeze out of it, and it's all plenty of room to improve. We had 12 last week as a new high, 110 pounds. We'll do it again on this side. Take a second, rest, hit the other side. That's the plan, at least. Now let's bring it to reality, baby. Boom. Bah. Boom. 3. Boom. Boom. 3. We got more. Fuck. 12 and 2 partials? I'll take 12 and 2 partials. Take a second. Let my oxygen come back a little bit and do the other side. So we set the bar. New rep plus 2 partials. We know it's good on that side, they'll be good on this side too. Lock ourselves in. Boom. Boom. Wait. Ooh. Wait. Ooh. Good shit. Whew. Got the probe set right now. 50 pounds, 6 reps. Nice and light. True. So when you look at hammer curls, hold on. So when you look at hammer curls, right? Ricky, what's up, baby? Everything's good. When you look at hammer curls, you know, people think like, what's the difference between a regular curl and a hammer curl, right? It's that wrist position. So to show you, if you see my arm like this, right? This is what that peak, that's what the regular curl would do. See when I twist it this way? See it elongates like that? That's the regular curl, that's the hammer curl. The hammer curl fills that long head of the bicep, while a regular curl builds that short head. The short head peaks, the long head meets. Works for me. Arm day is finished. Man, we killed it today. We had a great workout. Oh, and it is beautiful outside. We're pretty much on time. I ended up posing a little longer than I expected to, because a couple people were in there and we were posing, but they didn't want a, there were a little too many people in there to throw a camera in there, you know what I mean? To ask everybody, and I don't want somebody to feel uncomfortable, so no posing video today. Weight was up, we looked good. There was a big time coach in there. He was complimenting me, which was nice. He's very revered in the sport, so it's nice to hear that once in a while, you know? Lets you know, even though you know you're doing the right thing, it's like, hey, you know, you're doing the right thing. So, that's fun, that's good, that's awesome. Let's talk about the workout, baby. So like I said, are we gonna smash it? Yeah, we smashed it. So we went up to, keep in mind, we had one less meal in us than normal. Nothing went down whatsoever. Big fan of that, but that's pretty normal, right? That's nothing to write home about. Let's talk about what went up. So we got an extra rep out of the final set of those face crushers with 50 pounds. So instead of 9, we did 10, right? Yeah, it was 9 last week. We did 10 this week. That was great. After that, we had an extra. It was an extra. So it was like a tricep strong day, baby. You know, my buys were fine. They did what they had to do. But my triceps on the single arm pushdowns too, what we got a video of, where but last week we got 11 reps out of those heavy 110 pound pushdowns. Today we got 12 and then 2 partials on top of it. So man, that was solid. That was a solid freaking arm day. Followed that with hammer curls. You saw the proprioception set, along with little information, little knowledge bomb for you, if you will, about, you know, what's the difference between the short head and the long head, that elongation. So the hammer, like I said, the hammer style hits that long head, but any standard curl hits the short head. And that short head's the handsome one, the one that peaks. But the short head is kind of like doing a hamstring curl, if you will, where it'll show more definition, show more peak in the hamstring, but when you turn to the side and that belly of the hamstring pops out from that side pose, those are the hammer curls. Those are the RDLs, what stretches just that long tissue of the muscle. So there's a reason that we do both, right? Plain and simple. But just so you know too, with the hamstring, right? A bicep is called bi because it has 2 heads to it. It's got the short head and the long head, right? A hamstring is the exact same thing. The hamstring, I probably just yelled into that, I'm sorry. The hamstring itself, man, is a 2-headed muscle just like the bicep. So, in doing all of that goodness, you need to train the short head, you got to train the long head. You know, a lot of the muscles in the body are trained because, not trained, but named for very simple reasons. You know, tricep, why? 3 heads. Quadriceps, why? 4 heads. Biceps, why? You get the idea. You know? But, you know, on that note, I'm gonna focus up, try to drive a little faster to get there exactly on time instead of my GPS saying 2 minutes late for some insurance. And I'll see you guys later at some point. Man, let me tell you, that cocktail hour had nothing on me. It used to be a cocktail hour can stop John. I ate everything there was to see. Where's that mic? Here's the mic. What's going on, guys? So, it is 11:47 at night. Wedding day is finished. Not my wedding day, but this is the best we're getting the lighting today. You might not see Archer right now, but he's back there. I had to pick up the pup. I'm surviving right now on 2 double espressos and sheer willpower, ready to get home. Because man, I am wiped. So this is the type of reason that I like being a day ahead, because it's 11:47 right now. There was no time to upload a video whatsoever today, in, you know, Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. So I uploaded the filler video from my phone before I started recording this, so that'll be up on the correct day. But as for putting together a proper video, man, there was no shot. There was no time for it. A, there was no time for it. B, it would have been rushed. And C, if I had time for it, it would have been this morning at like 9:30 a.m., getting up super early to train to get everything done. And what would have happened was, you would have missed the clip from the wedding. You would have missed this. So, if we want to really start taking you guys for a day in life, you know, living vicariously with me and alongside hanging out, kicking ass, well, we need some time, you know, because the day doesn't end at 11 a.m., man. The day ends when John says the day ends. But we're not too tired. We'll be home. We'll get home safe. I'm not worried about that. That'll all be okay. I gotta say, the wedding, the food was awesome. They nailed the food. They nailed the, it was really just a great wedding overall. Like I started to say in the other video, cocktail hour is where I thrive. Because I just sat through a reception, a beautiful reception, but I just sat through a reception. I drove there, and John's hungry. And I'm excited to try new things. So when you set up there's like 6 different stations of paninis and pastas and steak and, you know, antipasto and everything. It's a lot of fun, man. And then whenever somebody would pass by with a tray of things, it's like, well, sure, would you like to try this? Absolutely, please and thank you. You want to try this? Absolutely. Every time they come by. You know, I feel like I was doing them a favor because those plates looked a little heavy. And, you know. Oh, my car's mad. I need washer fluid. Windshield wiper fluid. Okay, car. But anyway, those plates looked a little heavy, and I try to be a nice guy. So, if I can lighten the burden that these people have to bear for that night, and I get a BLT popper. They were like this big. They were awesome. In the mix, you know everybody wins, man. I get fed. They lighten their load. Archer has a happier dad. It's a win-win-win-win-win. But as you can still hear, I'm still pretty congested. Hanging in there the best I can. The food was really salty, but that's just how wedding food is. Not that I tasted the salt. The taste was immaculate. But you just have that ooh. Thank you. Excuse me. Appreciate that, guys. Feels a little bit better. But they have that saltiness in the sense so you feel full, right? Because it fills you up something fierce. So a lot of filling food. I have like a little bit of cotton mouth in me. Just. So we're gonna make sure we finish probably another half a gallon of water before I go to sleep tonight. We'll be in bed by, I don't know, 1 a.m., something like that. That's the target. And we're getting up tomorrow at 4:30 because I have somewhere to be at 6. So that's not great. But fortunately, we're not training tomorrow, so tomorrow is going to be a stimulant and early night sleep type of day, because I don't think we have much of a choice. I'm going to overstim tomorrow, just keep myself awake artificially, do everything I have to do, and then from there on out, go to bed early, reset myself for a nice Monday. I'm considering, I'm not 100% on it yet. I might do it when I get back from Miami. That way it's a little more streamlined, because that'll be a little break up my program to begin with. I'm considering changing my program up a little bit. I'm going to stick to the same 5 days. That's not changing. But repositioning it a touch. That way I'm training Saturday and Sunday. Because I remember I changed it last summer when I was out east for the weekends quite a bit. And it would mess up my training and it would drive me nuts. John wasn't happy about that. So I changed my program around to accommodate. Now, that being said, those summer days are a couple months away. But my schedule during the week is getting a little bit more hectic. And the gym on Saturdays is slammed on Saturdays now. So my thought process, because the only part that's not slammed per usual is the leg room. There's people in there, don't get me wrong, but it's not slammed like the rest of the gym. So I think, in terms of recording content for you guys and not waiting for machines, I think I'll be much better off getting to the gym on Saturday, Sunday, having that day open during the week, from training, whatever. But more so, just having what I train on Saturdays a little more laissez-faire, if you will. Because that way it's easier to record content for you guys. Because I was trying to film stuff in the gym today for arms, and as you saw, I got, a couple little things. But, when you looked in the background, there's a lot going on. And I picked, like, the quietest locations to film anything today. It was a mess. So, I'm going to leave you with that, guys. I'll be home in maybe 15 minutes or so, give or take. Kind of getting tired. I'm going to blast some music a little bit. Don't be afraid if I got home safe or not, because if I didn't get home safe, this never got uploaded. So if you see it, we're all good, baby. And on that note, hope you guys had a great day. Hope you guys smash it today. And I'll see you tomorrow. Let's get it, baby.